Hey everybody, how are you tonight? It's Ann Denish. Just got home from work and I wanted to pop on here and talk to you all a little bit. I'm trying to do the daily inspirational post because people are in such a, bad state this month with COVID out there and the holidays, and I'm trying to do whatever I can to make you feel better, feel positive, feel hopeful, because that's really the main thing. You got to hang on to hope with this whole COVID thing. And I've talked about COVID before. COVID has messed with people's minds since it happened months and months ago. And it messed with mine for a long time. I was pretty honest with it. There were moments if you feel like you're just sinking into a depression, you can't leave the house, you can't go to dinner. Fortunately, summer hit and it was a little bit easier to go out and do things. But it's back again with a vengeance, and people are really upset now because of the holidays. And here's what I want to say to you about COVID. I figured this out with my friend Gina months ago. She called me, and we both kind of shared how we were feeling, and it was quite refreshing that we felt the same way. But what I came up with during that phone conversation is, you know what? The heck with COVID. It's out there. We have to be compliant. We have to wear masks. We have to social distance. We have to do all those things. But it's a big bully. And, you don't have to let the big bully take over your mind. And that's what's happened to so many people. It was the biggest mess with your mind thing in the beginning. And everybody's fearful and afraid. And I'm here to say, don't be fearful and afraid. Be careful, be cautious, wear your mask. I don't like wearing a mask, I'll be honest. I really don't like it. I get a little claustrophobic if I'm in it too long, but if that's what I have to do to keep myself and everybody else safe, I'm going to do that. But I'll be darned if I'm going to let COVID dictate my life, because then I might as well say, there, you got me. You won. And I don't think any of us should let COVID win. Be careful of it. But part of me looks at it as a spiritual thing. It's this entity out there, this bully, that's getting in everybody's heads. It's making people crazy. It's making people depressed. It's making them filled with anxiety. And we do have a choice to not let it do that. It's very difficult, I'll admit. It took me a long time to come up with that as well. But why are you going to let COVID steal happiness from you, or joy from you, or your holiday from you? I mean, okay, we can't have a lot of people around the table. And my Thanksgiving was different this year, I'll admit it was. It was just, three of us here. I took dinner down to my parents because my mom had been sick and they didn't want anyone in the house. It was different. But you know what? I still felt joyful over it being Thanksgiving, which was always one of my favorite holidays, albeit I'm in a different house, and it was way different. But I still wanted to make the best of it because I was not going to let COVID steal my joy from me or my happiness over a holiday. Now, here we are with Christmas. Well, I put my tree up. I went out and got a new one for this house a week before Thanksgiving. And we put the lights up outside. House looks really cute. And people are like, oh, you're doing that now? And I'm thinking, anything you can do to bring yourself joy and peace, you're doing it for you. And that's okay. It's okay not to let this big bully get a hold of you and screw up your holidays, screw up your head, and screw up your life. I know we can't be in groups of families and friends. I get it. I can't either. But I'm not going to let myself even miss that, because in my heart of hearts, I honestly believe this time next year, I'm going to be sitting around with a lot of people. There'll be a huge family party. And you know what we're all going to be talking about? Not that we're all together. We're going to be talking about the crazy year, the year before with COVID, and laughing about it and talking about how we survived. So I'm going to put every positive spin I can. I know there are people very sick with it, and it is a very serious virus. Don't get me wrong on this. I'm just trying to say, don't let it take over your mind. Don't let it, rule your thoughts. Don't let it ruin your holidays. Don't let it do that. You're giving it all the power. And when you start giving something power, whatever it is, it's going to take it. You have to stay positive. You have to stay focused and say, okay, there's FaceTime, there's Zoom calls. It's not the same as being with your friends, with your family, with your kids. It's not the same. But at least you're all there and can do that. At least you have access to doing that. At least there's hope in the world. It's a great time of year in December, and there's so much hope out there. Don't let COVID take your hope away. Please don't do that. Please, please, please don't do that. I'm trying the best I can to write something every day for all of you so that you don't lose that hope and you still feel happy and you still find joy. We just got to be careful. It's no different than when it's a regular flu season. We have to be careful so we don't get it. So on that note, I want to say, please, please, please back off. Don't let the big bully get you. It's a virus. It's serious. And there's all these protocols in place for us to be as safe as we can, to be safe for ourselves, safe for everyone around us, our loved ones, all of that. So please find your joy every single day, because you know what? You're here. You woke up to another day. And if you're watching this, count your blessings that you're here to even have the choice to watch this and listen to me. So on that note, please think about it. Please change your perspective. Please don't be scared of it. Be cautious, but the heck with it. Just look it in the face and say, that's it. I'll be careful. I'll do what I have to do, but you're not ruining my life. I went through that when I had breast cancer. I made a deal with my breast cancer. I was like, listen, I know you're here for a certain amount of time. I'll do what I need to do to get rid of you. Don't bother me too much, but you're not going to scare me to the point where I can't focus on getting well. And that's exactly how I handled it. And it worked very well for me. And I thank God for that every day that I'm still here. So please don't let it make you afraid. Let it make you careful. And just, man, I always said cancer hated that I made fun of it. Cancer hated a sense of humor. I think COVID does too. So keep your sense of humor, keep your joy, keep your happy, and laugh as often as you can. This too shall pass. That I believe with every ounce of my being. And on that note, I want to wish you lots of love and light. I hope this made some of you feel better. And I will talk to you soon. I wish you all good things. We're in this together, even though we have to do it apart. I love you all. You're an amazing group of people. So please stay amazing. Don't be afraid. Just be careful. And we're all going to get through this. And we're going to have a really big laugh this time next year. That I can promise you. Have a great night, everybody. I love you all. And I wish you lots of love and light and good health. Good night.